Hello and welcome to a brand new Player 2 Plays, my first for 2019. My name is Paul James, and today we're playing Red Dead Redemption 2, a game that came out a few months ago now. Obviously, it's fairly well publicised. It's this little-known game that's been nominated for and won a lot of Game of the Year awards. It took me a while to get into the game in the first place. The new dad business and a few other little life events and work and all those sorts of things meant that this game essentially got shelved to my school holidays, and I finally started to get into it. I'm still fairly early days. I might just quickly show you my progress just so you can kind of get a bit of a picture as to where I'm at. So I'm only in chapter 2 here. I'm about halfway through it. I'll very quickly skim through there so you don't necessarily catch the details if you're trying to avoid spoilers, though I'd imagine at this point most people have played through the campaign if that's what you're keen to do. And I'm just kind of bopping around and going to see the world. I'm going to go chase down this train and maybe jump on and cause some trouble. I'm not going to save anything I do in this session just because... Oh no! That was the last carriage. Oh. That could have gone better, I guess. Where's my horse? There we are. I'm going to... What? Yeah, right. I'm going to avoid the main mission, and we're just going to kind of go out and experience the world a little bit. There's a lot to see here. There's a lot to get used to. I just got the double holster, so that gives me a little bit more scope to kind of do what I want. There's good things, there's bad things. I've been really keen on Red Dead 2. I adored the first game. Mechanically, things just aren't 100% right. I'll just rile this guy up by riding alongside him. Hey, mate.
Nobody needs to die.
Let's just piss him off. And we'll just hog tie him and leave him sitting here.
Help! Anybody! Hold still. Help!
And then we'll ride off.
Anybody! Help!
That's what you get for being a dick. So... Oh, I lost some karma. Look, Red Dead, the world is incredible. I love kind of wandering through and just experiencing all there is to see, but it's also very empty. There was some commentary banding around on a few different publications, but specifically Player 2, towards the end of last year, and one of our Player 2 podcasts kind of covered it. They were talking about how it feels as though Rockstar haven't necessarily valued the player's time. I know the world is big, and at this particular stage of the world's also quite empty. Like, you're spending a lot of time on your horse, bouncing from place to place, but there's still more that could have been done to engage the player. One philosophy that CD Projekt Red took when they were developing The Witcher 3 was they focused on this idea that at worst case, every 30 seconds, you will come across something that engages you, that captures your interest. Let's go and kill this deer over here. The kind of gets your interest and keeps you hooked. And I've not found that to be the case with Red Dead 2. There's certainly some really cool things to go and do, and you will come across people or potential threats. Shit. I ruined that. I don't see anything else around that I can pick off. And now that it's dark, it's getting harder to pick something out. Alright, let's jump back on the horse and we'll get going. My horse I've called Big Show after the Melbourne Stars player Glenn Maxwell.
Yep.
we've been through some things together. I had to reload a save because the game glitched as I was crossing the train tracks. And Big Show, it's almost as though his hooves got stuck in between the tracks themselves because he just froze in place. I was able to jump off Big Show and walk off. And I'm desperately... Oh, I haven't killed a pig before. I desperately called for Big Show and hoped that he would survive the impending train. He didn't. The train ran straight through Big Show and he went off to the glue factory. There we go. There's our pigs. So I wasn't going to stand for that, especially when it's a glitch and not my own error. If Big Show happens to die, and it's because he died in a shootout or I did something dumb, I'll pay that. But that wasn't the case. The game took him too soon. Study the pig. No, stop doing that. Good hit. Alright. Let's go and skin this prick. It's kind of graphic, so apologies if you're a little bit squeamish about it. Stop rolling, it's making it worse. We could always go into first person if that's more your thing. Ugh. I have no space to stow some of the stuff there. Management of my... it's the whole encumberment thing in many ways. Well, you're not actually encumbered, I guess. No, it's just inventory management. Is something that kind of caused a few issues there. But yes, I wasn't going to let Big Show be taken from me because of the game bugging out. If it's my mistake, I'll own that. I'll cop that. But not when it's the game just mucking up. Right, so the map. You can see that I've unlocked parts of it. Strawberry is blacked out at the moment because of a quest I just recently completed that basically forced me, and I put my, I don't know, my bloody handkerchief, whatever we call them, over my face there to obscure myself. It didn't matter. So there's a $210 bounty in this area for me. Basically, if I get busted in this region by an officer of the law or whatever, I've got a problem. Now, I've got a bit of money up my sleeve. I actually don't appreciate the fact that a core mission has kind of forced this bounty upon me that I don't really want to pay. I feel I shouldn't... Oh, hang on. Here we go. Let's see what's going on around here.
Okay, enough. It's time for you to leave.
Mate.
Calm down. That's it. Get
All right.
the hell out. Get away from me.
Ah, get out of here. All right. Let's loot his house. Oh, another dog.
You're done for. Ah! Play dead. Ah!
Oh! The map didn't show them all coming, but I guess someone must have observed what was going on, and that was that. That's a shame. It cost me $21 at death, and I assume... Yeah, I still have a $210 bounty in the area. Go figure. Let's get out of this region anyway. Let's cross the creek and yeah, I'm happy for the autosave because I've still got my other save that I'll boot up after this. There's plenty of things that I still haven't unlocked at this particular point. I haven't been fishing, and I'm fairly certain there's some other aspects that are going to emerge later in the game as well that I'm just not aware of. Whoa, Maxi. Whoa!
Yep.
Building that relationship with your horse is... Oh, that's not what I was wanting to do. Is really important. Just that bond... it's helpful in a few kind of tight pinches. Let's go see what's going on at this source of light over here. What do we got here? There's no one here. It's been abandoned. Well, I can't take the rum. Oh, the bourbon, sorry. This is not how I would ordinarily play the game. I'm pretty conscientious and trying to make sure that I don't get in any conflicts, and I'm trying to be the good guy, but this is my opportunity to kind of blow that up completely. So I'll steal people's stuff. I'll shoot at things that don't need to be shot at. I'm not going to go shoot the horses. That's not okay.
Hey, get yourself out of there. This what you want?
Oh,
You don't want to see what happens if you don't leave.
You don't like visitors, huh?
You goddamn idiot.
Well, what have we got here?
See you in hell.
hey, all right.
Like a child.
All right.
Oi. Just to make sure the job's done. There we go. It was excessive, it was uncalled for, but you're a dick and you stole a carriage. Also, you knocked my gun out of my hands. There's my gun back. Alright. Now, we spoke before about, things that you might or mightn't find in the environment, and small things like this, some dude that's just randomly, I guess, killed a couple in this particular case, they're the sort of things you might come across. Maybe it's some wildlife-based things, but it's not quite as densely populated as something like The Witcher. And again, that's a fantasy setting versus the Old West, and the nature of those beasts are very different in terms of how you can populate the world. But I've just felt like in my time so far, this is not that whole the game's slow argument that we heard from some when the game first launched. This is there's just not enough actually to do. So it feels great to walk around the world, and I really feel immersed in it because of how real it looks and feels, and the power of the music and all those sorts of things. Like there's some great uses of the art form, essentially. But I long for that little bit more to do in the world. I spend a lot of time just riding my horse from point A to point B, and yes, I can take in the sights, and the sights are beautiful. I mean, look at that. Look what we're riding towards at the moment. Like, that's stunning. The town itself, even, it's just... And this is Valentine, yeah. It's just got this amazing quality about it. Now, I'm going to go take on a mission here that I wouldn't ordinarily because I know that it triggers the sheriff. But we'll go do it because why not? It's stunning to... Oh, hang on, what's going on here?
Oh, it's gonna happen. Look at them. They're all over each other. There's 3 sheets for the wind, I reckon. Yeah. What is that thing they're smoking anyway?
Beats me. Sure don't look like tobacco.
What's going on here?
Let's get out of here.
Oh, let's lasso this prick. Find out what's going on. Ah. Nah, mate. Come on.
Look what we got here. What the hell?
Is there anything more I can do with him?
Why you got me trussed up? You having fun? If you haven't got anything nice to say, now I'm just gonna check your pockets.
Oh.
Oh, no! You're fine.
Nah. Get out of here.
You'll be alright.
Alright, let's go complete this mission that I wouldn't ordinarily. It's a strange one. I think it might be glitched in some sort of way. So the whole idea is that there's some untoward business going on in the back of a shop. And I mean, it's not a core mission. It's one that I kind of just happened upon. Conversations kind of led me to this whole situation. But you have the ability as a somewhere on that moral compass to either opt into, well, circumvent that or let it continue. I'm trying to do the right thing and make sure that it doesn't continue. Let's see if I can actually... Alright, fine. We'll wait till morning. Wait, where'd it go? That's over here, that's right.
Decided you can listen. I don't treat folks who cover up their identity.
Actually, I guess I need to do... Let me get rid of that. I thought I'd already done this, but I think maybe because I recognised that the mission was only going to cause me some trouble. Why is it not letting me? So there's... There's supposed to be a little rink going on in the back of that house there. In the back of that store. And I can kind of break in and put a stop to it. Might just try and let myself in.
Hey, that area ain't for you.
Can't. Okay.
This shop ain't the place for your tomfoolery.
Relax,
Yeah, right.
my friend. Never mind.
Let's just get going then. Strange. Some weird quirks. Open world. funniness.
Real hungry.
Come on, pal.
Anyway,
You got a problem? Excuse me, but I need some money. I fought in the war. I fought for you.
There he is. All right, let's do homeless vet.
Hey, buddy. I'm too old to get a job, mister. Way too old. Can't we be friends?
I'm too old, man. I'm too old. Let's be friends. Why not?
Sure.
I'm so happy. I ain't had a friend in a long time. Long time. My last friend died.
Oh no.
Weren't my fault. They said it was, but they was wrong. It's fun being with you, mister. Someone help me! Oh, hell no!
Nope. He's a vet. Come on, what am I doing? Don't be a jerk.
Out of the way!
If you didn't catch that just then, rewind and listen to what that guy had to say about a sheep. Let's head towards this smoke over here. As you can see, I'm just kind of roaming the world, just seeing what there is. And the thing is, all my commentary aside from before, there's some cool things to find in the world. Plenty of ways to interact with its occupants. It's really interesting.
Oh, hey there.
How's it going?
Well,
Remember this
it
guy.
ain't going at all. We're broke. We're about ready to call it quits, to be honest with you. Listen, I hate to ask, but is there any way that you could help us get the supplies that we need to finish?
I'm just going to offer some
Alright.
money, whatever.
Here you go.
It's
You
200
best
bucks.
not be playing me for a fool.
Oh, I ain't, mister. I swear.
Guess we just have to hurry up and finish.
You could very easily find yourself getting lost, just wandering. I've kind of caught myself doing that on a couple of occasions. I wonder what the go is here, because that's like a bridge that's been made out of a log. Is there something down here that I could maybe explore later on?
Oh, brother.
I'd love to just happen upon a bear or something like that and probably get my ass kicked because I left my horse behind and my horse has my most powerful guns. But see, what you want, and my gear is on the horse at the moment. You want... Oh, hang on, there we are. And this actually is a component that frustrates me no end. The fact that every time I go to use my horse, I throw my bow and I throw my repeaters or whatever those sidearms or those heavier weapons are. They get stashed on the horse, and every single time I get off, I have to remember to grab them as well. I guess, like, from a realism side of things, that's great, but it's a video game. So let me play it like a video game. Finding that balance is important. And in that... Let's go for this one over here. What? What is... It said... Well, I was meant to have the call option. Where is it? Felt like I could see its horns from over there. Come on. My horse probably startled it. Oh, Big Show. Oh, let's continue down by the river anyway, and we'll see what there is to see. Ah, there it is. Right on the nose.
Won't take long, boy.
It's gross. And what he does to the rabbits, holds them by the neck and just the whole thing just comes perfect. Perfect skin. Stow that on Big Show. We might actually go back to Valentine and cash it in. Just because... Ooh, some old habits with Assassin's Creed that I go to the touchpad in order to access my map when it's through the options button. Don't care enough, mate. Now, if I heard a roar of a bear, you might have my interest. But you're just some sook that probably fell off your cart, and I just don't care enough. We'll go cash this in, make a little bit of money from it, we'll see what happens, the perks of having a perfect pelt. And then we'll wrap things up, because I'm consciously trying to not spoil story here, but really that's... Oh, hang on, I need to leave my horse over, because the pelt is sitting on Big Show's back.
Welcome.
Sell. There we go. Perfect buck pelt. Now, it's still only worth $3.25. You can obviously use it in crafting as well. The better the quality, the better that is for you. But yeah, that's a little vertical slice of Red Dead Redemption 2. Like I said, I didn't really want to dive into too many spoilers. I played it very differently to how I would normally. Again, you can see that my gun and my bow are now back on the horse, which I have to remember to actually take them off. Otherwise, I'm just stuck with my my two handguns. Not ideal. I don't want a dual wheel right now. So yeah, that is another Player 2 Plays. If you've enjoyed this episode, please consider liking, sharing and subscribing to the channel. All those buttons are down below here. And hit that notification bell, that way you're alerted to new episodes of Patch, The Inside of Player 2 Plays, A Late Game Review, Gamer School, and a whole bunch more. Be sure to visit out the website, player2.net.au, where you'll find reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, the Player 2 Writers Draft, and heaps more, as well as links to our podcast series, Dev Diary, which is my baby at the moment. I'm loving doing it. Please go and check that out. And the Player 2 podcast. There's some changes coming to that. Subscribe, check out what they are. Again, preferred podcast feed. We're also on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au. Consider kicking a few bucks. At the lower tiers, you'll get early access to episodes, and at the higher tiers, you get monthly episode exclusives, and the ability to join us in the Player 2 podcast. There's some awesome incentives. Please consider checking them out. And finally, there's Twitter. I'm on it. Paul James P2, Paul James Games. It's been a while since I've had to do all this business, so I've reverted to some old habits. Paul James Games for me, and the website is Player2au. Until next time, that's been Red Dead Redemption 2. Cheers.